At first glance, this house looks fine, lived in, a little dated, nothing that screams fixer-upper. But look closer. The roof, the siding, one bathroom detail in particular, a very different picture shows up. 2 doors down on this exact same street, an almost identical house just sold for $140,000 after a renovation. This one's listed for $80,000. So today I'm running the full numbers, what it'll cost to fix, what it's actually worth once it's fixed, and 2 things hiding in this listing that nobody photographed. By the end, I'll tell you exactly what I'd pay for it. This is 129 Dunn Hollow Drive, Fairfield Bay, Arkansas. 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,369 square feet, built in 1975 on Greer's Ferry Lake. $58 a square foot. That's cheap for this street. You'll see why in a minute. Walking in, it actually presents pretty well. Look at the floors. Dark vinyl plank already installed in the bedrooms and living areas. That's a job most fixers still need done. Someone already did it here. Now the dated part. Bold teal walls, more than one room, and a wall of rough palette-style paneling in the living room. Full repaint floor to ceiling before this photographs well for anyone. Now step outside. Cautionary, the siding's got heavy algae staining, especially on the north wall. That much biological growth usually means one thing: water's been sitting there a while, which usually means rot underneath once you scrape it back. And these pine trees, they lean in close to the roof line, worth a tree inspection before storm season. Informative, the roof itself, 15 to 25 years old on a house built in 75, past the point where I'd bet on a few more seasons. Plan on replacing it.
Now, here's the one that actually worries me most, and it's the kind of thing you'd never catch scrolling listing photos on your phone. The shower's enclosed behind louvered closet-style doors that traps humid air right against the drywall, and neither bathroom has an exhaust fan. That's close to a textbook setup for hidden mold. I can't confirm it from photos, but I'd test for it before signing anything. One more detail. There's a support rail around the toilet, a mobility aid. That lines up with something in the tax records. This property's tax bill dropped from $600 a year to almost nothing. That reads like Arkansas's senior tax freeze, and that freeze does not transfer to a new owner. Budget for taxes to reset higher. What it doesn't mean is desperate seller. 59 days on market, 0 price cuts, priced close to fair value. Nothing here looks rushed. Use this detail for the tax math, not as leverage on the person selling it. The real blind spot is the crawl space. Not a single photo of it anywhere on a house built on a crawl foundation. Same with the plumbing type. Homes this age in this region sometimes used polybutylene pipe. That needs full replacement if it's present. Both are inspection questions, not photo questions. So, the budget. If this is purely cosmetic, $8,000 to $18,000. If it needs what I'd actually expect, new roof, both baths, kitchen refresh, that's $28,000 to $55,000. That's my most likely number based on what's visible. If the crawl space, the plumbing, or the mold turn out to be real problems, $45,000 to $80,000, possibly more. That range is wide for a reason. The biggest cost drivers here are exactly the things nobody's seen yet. Now location. Fairfield Bay was built in the 60s as a lake resort and retirement town. Median age here around 68. A marina, 2 golf courses, pools, all folded into the HOA. This isn't a market you bet on for appreciation. It's a market where the comps do the talking. And here's a real find. Vet. The listing says this lot is 25 acres. It's actually about a 1/4 acre. The recorded dimensions match every other lot on this street, exactly. Someone dropped a decimal. Here's why that matters. Most buyers filter by lot size, and this listing likely falls outside both an under 1 acre search and a 20+ acre land search at the same time. I can't prove that's what's kept it sitting for 59 days. That's a theory, not a confirmed fact, but it's a real sensible one. And once that typo gets fixed, this shows up correctly in every small lot search in the area.
The comps on this street are genuinely strong. One sold for $105,000 after a moderate update. One sold for $140,000 after a full renovation, new roof, new floors. And a third, smaller, one bathroom, sold for just $26,000 less than a year ago. It needed real work. It's not a twin of this house, but it proves how low this exact street can go for something distressed. That's real leverage if your inspection turns up bad news. Based on the two renovated comps, my realistic after-repair value here is $145,000 to $155,000. Let's run the numbers. Full asking price, $80,000 purchase, $40,000 rehab, holding and selling costs, against $150,000 resale. You land around $17,000 profit, about an 11% margin. Thin enough that one bad surprise under that house eats most of it. Now negotiate down to $65,000, confident, given the unknowns, and that $26,000 comp sitting right there. Same math turns into roughly $32,000, over 20% margin. Same house, same rehab, different starting price. That's the biggest lever you have.
Now, as a rental, estimated rent around $1,100 a month. After the HOA, which has climbed from $136 to $218 a month in about 3 years, plus taxes and insurance, you're looking at roughly a 5% cap rate. That just means your annual income is about 5% of what the property's worth. Workable, not exciting. This is a better flip than a rental. The real risks. Straight, no sugarcoating. Crawl space, unverified. Plumbing type, unverified. HVAC age, unverified. Real chance of hidden bathroom mold, and taxes will very likely reset higher after the sale. None of these are deal breakers alone. Together, they're why I wouldn't pay full price without an inspection first. At $80,000, blind, no inspection? No. At $65,000 with a clean crawl space and plumbing check? Yes. For a hands-on flipper or a DIY-minded retiree who wants to live in this town. Not for a passive investor chasing easy rental income. The HOA fee works against that. Today, with the crawl space and bathroom still unknowns, I'd score this a 5.6 out of 10. If that inspection comes back clean, no rot, no polybutylene, no active mold, that score jumps to around 7.5. That's not me getting excited, it's just removing the single biggest source of risk. The rising HOA and the slow local market, those don't go away either way. But most of my hesitation right now sits in things nobody's actually seen. Top 3 things I like: the comps on this street, no septic or well to worry about, and flooring that's already done. Top 3 concerns: the crawl space, the mold risk, and that climbing HOA fee. My estimate: negotiated price, moderate rehab, around $30,000 in profit. An estimate, not a promise. Here's my real question for you. Is it fair game to use a detail like that support rail, a sign of an older, possibly vulnerable owner, as leverage in a negotiation? Or does that cross a line? Tell me where you land in the comments, and subscribe if you want me running these numbers on the next one.